What is the groove?
What is grooving?
What is groove?
Groove, what is groove?
What do you mean by groove? We've heard from many of our friends, teachers, and OGs that we have to
Groove.
when we dance. But much like most terms used in dance, its definition escapes us and we pray into the ether to bestow upon us the intuition of what it might mean, but never fully be able to grasp its meaning. And because we can't grasp its meaning with any real certainty or confidence, we're often stuck with teaching via demonstration. But this is like playing a bad game of telephone where the message distorts and changes from one person to another. And then we become disheartened when generations of dancers have wildly different views on something as simple as grooving. So let's try to answer the question. What is a groove? A groove is an indentation, a narrow cut or depression, just like the ones you see on a record. You know, the thing that plays music when the stylus of a record player traces the grooves on a vinyl record. In music, a groove is often described as the effect of having a combination of consistent variations in a song. In songs that have drums, it's attributed to its percussive patterns, and this includes beats of varying intensities. The signature of these combinations or patterns is often what helps distinguish one music genre from another. Funk, hip-hop, and house music have different groove signatures that distinguish them from each other, while allowing a range of variation within each genre that allows them to still be identified as being part of that genre. Now for dance, a groove is merely our bodies reacting to those musical signatures, and every musical signature elicits a different response. It's a natural process where you allow the music to integrate your sensory and motor systems to create spontaneous rhythmic movements. This is called sensory-motor coupling.
According to a study by Janata, Tomic, and Haberman in 2012, the physical response of music, combined with the positive affect associated with coupling of sensory and motor processes while engaging with music, is commonly described as the feeling of being in the groove. The concept of groove is widely appreciated and understood in terms of pleasurable drive toward action, and that the degree of experienced groove is inversely related to the experience of sensory motor coupling.
Okay, maybe I get why people just decide to demonstrate groove rather than explain it. Simply put, it's an urge to move in response to music. So all the people who say,
"It's a feeling,"
well, they're right. Now we mentioned sensory-motor coupling and how the stimuli determines the motor response. Well, we can observe this easily by how people naturally respond to each genre of music. Songs that belong to a particular genre of music will share a certain range of musical signatures, and our bodies respond to them accordingly. Funk, hip-hop, house. Upgroove, rocking, jacking. The kinds of grooves our bodies do are inherently determined by the kinds of grooves the music gives off. The more notable thing is that these motor grooves aren't determined by consensus or culture, but are arrived at biologically. This is why the upgroove is distinct to funky music and doesn't feel natural to do if you play rock music. In the case of funk music, the funky bass line paired with the consistent percussive pattern that accentuates on the twos, often using the hi-hat instead of a snare, creates a quick low-to-high feel. When presented with this signature, our body reacts to that two count the way that we ancestrally react to high-pitched sounds or screams, with an attentive stand. We see the same reaction in animals who hear high-pitched sounds. If we can observe this level of biological continuity within other species, then what more our own species? This is why no matter where you bring funk music, you're bound to get the same reaction. Cross-culturally. So to sum it up, grooving is the natural urge to move in response to music, and each style of music has its own groove signature. To improve this sensory-motor coupling, why don't you try to close your eyes and focus on just listening, and pay attention to how your body reacts to certain styles of music? You might just get an important dance lesson that your own body was trying to teach you all along. I'm Crane Sakanan for Crane Course. Join Crane Course by subscribing to our YouTube channel. If you'd like to support our content, then consider becoming a patron. Or like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Links in the description.